Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Future here, FutureMeDead.com. I want to take a look at yesterday's forecast for the SPY. You can see here intraday Elliott wave analysis for the SPY, IWM, and the S&P 500 E-mini futures contract. I want to examine this in order to take a look at where the forecast went right, where the forecast went wrong, and let's take a look at the current price action in order to formulate a new forecast and determine the new bias moving forward in the short term. So let's take a look at yesterday's price chart for the SPY. You can see here we had identified an impulse wave to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that we had labeled this as a first wave of a larger impulse wave. Now, this is a high confidence forecast because impulse waves developed in the direction of the larger trend, and there is only one corrective pattern in the Elliott wave arsenal that starts with an impulse wave, and it does not terminate. There is no pattern in the Elliott wave world that says that a single impulse wave completes an entire correction. It cannot be. Impulse waves are always part of a larger pattern. Okay, so we have an impulse wave to the downside followed by a three-wave counter trend structure in which we had labeled wave 2. Now, the forecast moving forward from here, using this information, when you have a 5 down and a 3 up, you are to expect at least another 5 down. Okay, you can see here denoted by the arrow. We were looking for a print below 203.80 and potentially much lower because of this denotation of wave 1 and 2. Wave 3, if we're to expect a wave 3 down, this should have been sharp and continued much lower than it actually did. So let's turn over to the current price chart. This is the real-time price chart, and you can see where the forecast was right is we did obtain a new low. However, the rally that has ensued after making this new low is impulsive. If this is indeed a wave 3 to the downside, we should not be seeing this structure. This is a 5-wave move to the upside. So yesterday's forecast was half right. Half right in the sense that it did make a new low. However, Elliott wave is always forcing you to confirm your count at all times. Once again, if this was a third wave to the downside, we should have seen a 3-wave structure similar to this, not a 5-wave move. So instead of saying this is wave 1 and 2, I have to label this as an A, B, and C. Why is this important? Because 3-wave structures are counter trend. In fact, this is saying, this structure here, that we are on our way to new highs. Now, we may be topped in the very short term, expect a 3-wave rally, decline, expect an attempt to fill this gap from today's morning, okay, in order to go long. So yesterday we were bearish, today we're bullish, cautiously bullish, as we are expecting a small 3-wave correction. We are expecting an attempt to fill this gap. This is where you want to go long. You don't want to go long here at all because this is a completed 5-wave structure. Let's turn over to the S&P 500 futures contract, the E-mini, and you can see here, excuse me, the 3-wave structure followed by the impulse wave move up. Let's go over to a 5-minute time frame and try to count this in real time. Clearly impulsive, clearly suggests this move has much higher to go. You can see wave 3 has a very nice 5-wave subdivision. A triangle wave 4 followed by a new high in 5. And we are already making new highs. Now, it's very possible that wave 5 is not over yet. Maybe a small leading diagonal, something to that degree. But we can count a completed impulse wave to the upside. Either here, and this is an A and a B, and we're going to go lower in C, or wave 5 is not complete. Either way, there should be a short-term top somewhere in the area of current price action. But let's get back to the bigger picture with regards to yesterday's forecast. Although we did make a new low as expected, this was not forecast. This is telling me that my count, which was wave 1, 2, and this was supposed to be a smaller degree wave 1 and 2, is wrong because this is not a second wave. No way, no how. This is an impulse wave to the upside, which suggests the uptrend continues to remain intact. So that's it for now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do a video on crude oil now. We're going to update the weekly time frame for subscribers. We're going to do a free video update on the short-term price moves with regards to the most recent forecast. So that's it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Check me out at FutureMeDead.com or follow me on Twitter at FutureMeDead.